Namaskar. I'm Abidur Rahman. I'm born and brought up in Kaziranga National Park, and I worked as a bird guide with the All India Birding Tours. As a Indians, we are very blessed to be born over here. That we have so many different biogeographic regions. We have two biodiversity hotspots in India. We have Western Ghats, as well as we have the northeastern India, and we have so many other different regions, like we have Trans Himalayas, we have Deccan Plateau, we have the Gangetic Plain, we have the deserts, we have the semi-arid regions. In every different regions, we have a different species, and like if you think about the Gangetic Plain, we can think about one species which is very unique, which is the Indian skimmer, which is earlier it is called as Indian Caesarbill. And if you go to Trans Himalayas, if you go to Ladakh, you get the bird like black-necked crane. And if you go to the Western Ghats, we have some very interesting birds like the Malabar pied hornbills. And if you come to northeastern India, it's so diverse. So you can get the Bengal florican in Assam. If you go to Arunachal, you get white-bellied heron. You get the Bugun Leocicla, which is very recently discovered. And we have in Nagaland, there's a place called Konoma, where you can get 300 birds in and around the village. And there you can get one of the vulnerable species like Naga wren babbler, so many different varieties of laughing thrushes. You can get the mountain bamboo partridge just cross in front of your vehicle in a flock. It's very unique. Again, if you go to Manipur, you get different things. In the Manipur Loktak Lake, which is the one of the biggest lake in northeastern India. Sorry, not in northeastern India, the whole India, I think. And there's in the floating grasslands, and you get some species like black-breasted parrotbill. You get the slenderbill babbler. These are very unique. And again, if you go to Sikkim, there's very different areas, very nice habitat. If you go to Lachen and Lachung, all those areas, you can get lots of grandalas in one areas. Grandalas is also a very nice thrush species you can get in there. If you go to semi-arid region also, like the cuts. If you think the cuts very nice for the cream-colored cozer is there, sociable plover, sociable lapping, of course, and sand groses, the larks, and the many birds, the hoopoe larks, and sometimes you get some migratory birds like grey hypocolis. These are very unique species of birds. We have 521 plus species of birds in only in one place. And if you just leave Kaziranga, not about the mammals, we have in this single park, we have 32 globally threatened species of birds. Like we have 3 species of vultures which are globally threatened, like slenderbill vulture and red-headed vulture, white-rump vulture, Swisser, and Bengal florican, and yellow-breasted bunting. There's so many greater adjutant. These all together, and these are the critically endangered species which I talk about. But we have some lots of vulnerable species also. The one species which is earlier, it was from in the Terai of Nepal all the way to northeast. It was very rare in the other areas, like it's swamp francolin. But in Kaziranga, it's one of the most commonest species which you can see in Kaziranga. Apart from that, there's many other spectacular species you can see in and around Kaziranga, like the great hornbill is there. There's oriental pied hornbill, wreath hornbill, and there's many other species. So if you are not thinking of about the mammals and the other things, but Kaziranga it also offers a lot. One bird which I like very much is the firetail myzornis. It's a very small bird. You get it in Himalayas only. It's a green colored bird with a red tail with some spots. Very small birds. It's one and you can find in winter. It fits in the saps of the tree. If you get a particular tree in the winter, you can find it there. But but in the month of March and April, you get them in mostly in the rhododendrons. So it is actually the birding and conservation. It is very because if you know the birds, bird is one of the things that very in the first you can attract the people because of its colorfulness. So when you think of conserving the birds, you have to think about the habitat of bird. Like if you think of conserving the one bird, so you have to think about the tree also, that in which tree it got nest, in which tree it got rest, so and when which tree it gets feed. One particular bird can change the whole the tourism, because there's a in Arunachal Pradesh, if we say about, there's a one bird which is discovered in 2005 by Dr. Ramana Atreya. After discovering of this species, it was because people don't know about this particular very interesting and very colorful bird. Was not people hasn't seen it since 2005. So in 2005, when he discovered it, when people get to know it's a very new species to the science, so the whole the birding community start coming to Arunachal. When you conserve the bird, you conserve the habitat also. So it is how can you get involved. You can connect the bird with the conservation.